an established solo artist in his own right. The guy's an absolute gentleman. I've had the privilege to meet Louis on a number of occasions, actually, but our very own Rachel Chew caught up with Louis Tomlinson to talk about brand new music. And Rachel, to be honest with you, I'm glad that she kept it casual.
I'll be honest with you, I am fully fangirling. I'm going to be honest. I normally try and play it cool. Today, I'm not even going to try.
I like it.
So what an exciting time then. We've got a brand new single out. I heard it yesterday and tears were in my eyes. For anyone who's not heard it yet, can you tell us a bit about it, please, Louis?
It was something that creatively I felt like I needed to get off my chest, really, to move forward creatively. Because luckily, you know, I feel like I do have an ability to write songs, and you know, that does it helps on a time like this, really. And I kind of wanted to get this message across because when I released the first song with Steve Aoki, Just Hold On, I got a few really, really nice messages about how the song lyrically had helped him, and I'd never really got a message like that before as an artist. So that's kind of what I had in mind for this song, really. I hope people see the hopefulness, you know, and not get too caught up in the sadness.
Did you find it quite therapeutic? Like, was it kind of a nice kind of bit of therapy, really, to write it?
Yeah, definitely. I think people do say, you know, writing is a bit like therapy, and yeah, definitely. I feel like I feel better for writing it, you know, and I feel proud singing it. So yeah, it's good.
Is this going to be on an album? Are we getting an album soon?
Definitely. So, I mean, the album, I've told everyone the album's got to come this year, but realistically, it'll probably be the end of this year. But yeah, my two main missions this year is to get the album out and sort of tour out, because I'm eager, and you know, the fans have been waiting such a long time. They've been so patient. I love that good girl.
Yeah,
love that.
I was like, it's not me. I'm in there.
Ledge. So yeah, I'm really eager, and also, you know, I feel like my career won't have really begun as a solo act until I've released my first album and kind of said, this is who I am as an artist, this is my proposition.
And do you think there'll be more collaborations? So obviously we had the one with BB Rexa as well, or do you think it's just going to be fully you?
Yeah, I don't think I'll do any more collaborations now. I mean, never say never. You know, there might be something that exists outside of the album, who knows? I mean, you never really know with those kind of things, but I think for the album itself, I think it's more important that I want to get across who I am as an artist, you know, sonically, lyrically, all that. So I think, you know, like the BB song was amazing, but that sonically is quite different to what I'm used to. So I'm kind of looking forward to being a little bit disciplined on the sound in the album and saying this is who I am, you know what I mean?
And obviously your last music video was shot in Doncaster, where you're from. My best friend is from Donny, and I'm yet to put in the diary a date that I come visit. But it just makes sense that you also do the tour.
Hang on, your best mate's from Donny?
Yeah.
And you've never been to Donny? And she's your best mate.
But we didn't meet in Doncaster. We met in Birmingham. So well,
listen,
you know.
Listen, you got to get yourself down to Doncaster. Get yourself down to Silver Street. It's a mad night out. Be careful though. A little bit rough.
Oh really?
A little bit rough. Yeah, just got to be careful. But
okay, I think if you've got a person from Doncaster on your side, though, you've kind of got that protection, though, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but you'll have a fun night. I tell you. Get yourself down.
Okay.
Or up.
Yeah, it's up. But it's fine. We can work on that. So with the new album, sorry to do the whole One Direction thing, but would you play it to any of the boys, or is that kind of like, nah, I'm doing this my own way, I don't really, that'd be rude, need your interjection?
I really value all their opinions individually. Sometimes, I think, me personally, I prefer, like, because I've sent Niall the single, and I sent him the single before it came out, I prefer them to ask, you know what I mean? And if they ask, then I'm happy to hear their feedback. But to be fair, before Niall's album was out, I was pestering him to listen to it, because I don't know, you just, you know, you do feel, even though it's his music, you do feel like, you know, part of the process from the start, obviously. So it's a nice feeling to be able to share music amongst each other. I think we kind of just leave each other to their own devices, and like I say, if someone messages saying, can I hear the song, you're like, yeah, let me know what you think, you know what I mean, keeping it real.
It's been a minute since gentlemen, Louis Tomlinson has been our Sunday dinner guest today, and he caught up with our very own Rachel Chew a little bit earlier on to talk about brand new music. But we're going to rejoin that chat now with Rachel and Louis, where Rachel asked him all about his mate Niall Horan, his thoughts on his music, fans, and some nights out in Cardiff.
Yeah, well, I went to see Niall on tour, must have been like maybe a year ago now, maybe even longer. And that was an amazing experience because, yeah, the sound does have some similarities, I suppose, to the One Direction stuff. But musically, and especially at the gig, it was really credible, really impressive. And it was really interesting to watch a kind of different show, you know.
Especially got the guitar and stuff.
Yeah. But also just really, there was some really nice, delicate musical moments that I thought was that he should have been really, and I'm sure he is very proud of. He came across very credible that night.
You're coming across so nice.
I am, you know, I'm dead nice.
You're an alright guy.
I'm dead nice.
And are you finding at the moment it quite hard to kind of juggle writing music, recording music whilst being a father, or is that kind of like actually working out quite well?
I mean, as hard as anyone, you know, to juggle everything together, you know what I mean? But I feel like I've kind of got into a rhythm now of it, you know. I spend a lot of my time obviously in LA and obviously a lot of time here in London and also in Doncaster to see the family, so I'm kind of used to being pulled from several different directions, you know what I mean? I'm in the swing of it.
All the air miles, doing very well.
Exactly, caning them.
And we obviously would like a Welsh date, so when you get the tour in the book, make sure there's a Welsh one, because it quite often happens that people choose Bristol and we're like, no, we'd like a Welsh one if that's all right, please.
Well, you know, when we did the X Factor tour in Cardiff, what's the arena called?
It would have been the Motorpoint Arena Cardiff, I would have thought.
Right, yeah, you're right, it was that. And then did it you could almost overlook it onto some, just looked like a proper nice area. Anyway, a load of our fans were down there and the lads dared me. I really fancied, I think it was a mint chocolate chip milkshake, and it was across the way, and I had my hood up, I think, and I had to run through these fans trying to blend it. Bought the milkshake, and on the run back it was so chaotic that one of the girls tried to grab me and they grabbed the shake and it went on the floor. So there's a little Cardiff story for you there, just popped into my brain.
Wales, give him back a milkshake, please. Oh dear.
Great night out in Cardiff though.
Oh, it is. And there's a great place to get chicken on the bone with chips. You can't say no to that.
Oh, lovely, yeah,
that's like a specialty. I'd like to see how well connected you are to the One Direction boys. You've mentioned Niall a couple of times. I've got 5 questions if you're ready for it.
Aye, okay, I hope so. On the head, so be it.
Let's see it. Number 1, what film was Harry Styles in?
Now because I'm under pressure, Dunkirk.
Yes. Who had a song about hands?
Niall Slow Hands.
Yeah. Weird question. Who was rumoured... Yeah, a little bit. Who was rumoured to be dating Amber from Love Island? But it wasn't true.
That's a funny one, that. I would speculate Liam.
Yeah, he's rumoured to be dating everybody. I don't know how everyone thinks he's got time for them all. What was the name of Zayn's first solo single?
I don't name an album, but Pillow Talk.
Yes! Oh, you're smashing this. And last but not least, who in the One Direction movie joked about getting fans to drop milk around their house?
Yeah, that was me, were it?
It was you!
Yeah, there we go, yeah.
Full house, there you go then. That is squashing the rumours that there's beef, you're all best friends, it's all fine.
Exactly.
And one day I'll get to see you all on stage again and I'll
definitely,
be happy.
too right, definitely, 100%.
Is he on the phone? Yeah. He's here. Let's do it.
Let's go. One life for the two of us. It's Louis Tomlinson, everybody.
Hi, I'm Louis Tomlinson on Nova.
I was patterned to make sure the call was connected. Dude, how are you tonight?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm good. Now, I trust you've had a good weekend. Thank you very much for getting back on the show, number 1, again for us tonight. But number 2, the song is like number 1 around the world on iTunes tonight. You must be happy with how well it has been received, yeah?
Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm.
Hey, now for a segment I like to call Real Talk with Louis. These are all really relatable questions that every normal person does, but as a celebrity, do you do them? Do you pump your own gas / petrol at the petrol station, or do you have someone to fill your tank for you?
100%. Of course I fill it up myself, yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
great. That's great. It's relatable. It's very relatable. Do you do 1-0? Do you do your own grocery shopping? I feel like this is when you go, I'm going to score a point. Do you? The answer's no. I just know it's no.
Well, let me tell you. Listen, I don't like every now and then. You know what I mean? I will go and do a bit of shopping. Like, I like to keep the awareness of the price of milk. And
Sure,
all that
of course, very important.
Yeah, you know, it's But no, I'm not going to lie. I do a little bit of shopping online for me food.
That's great. What
So,
about
1-1.
Yeah, 1-1. Favorite snack to eat while spending a night at home, maybe watching some Netflix? Any particular snack you like to eat?
I eat a lot of junk food, so like any fast food, really. Any fast food.
Has your metabolism slowed down? Because I mean, I know you do. You are partial to junk food. Is it slowing down the older you get, or is it still just like falling straight off of you? Because I hate you if it's falling straight off you still.
I think it's starting to. I think it's starting to. Smallzy. I'm conscious that I might have to start doing some exercise pretty soon. I mean, I do contain a lot of junk food.
Okay, well, look, go get yourself a little snack. Sit tight. We want to play the song. When we come back, I've got to talk about the fact you did Gogglebox in the UK with Liam, and you hate avocados. I'm not sure what that deal is. Louis Tomlinson, the two of us now at Nova. You did. People may not know this here in Australia. You did Gogglebox, a celebrity version.
Yeah.
Now, what was that as an experience? What was that like?
Well, it took some settling into. I'm not going to lie. You know what I mean? But first, you do notice the cameras a little bit, but it were also really nice to share it with Liam, to be honest. So yeah, it was really, really fun.
I have to. People in Australia may not have seen. I know the fans will have seen it, but there was one particular iconic moment of yours in Gogglebox where, for some reason, I'm going to play you this, and I think you may know this. Remember this part where, for some reason, you just don't like avocados.
No,
It's like them f***ing avocados. Trendiest food of all time. They do piss me off, avocados.
Why?
I've never seen someone so triggered by the humble fruit of the avocado. Not your cup of tea. What is it? The texture?
It's not. I've never had one. I've never tried one, and I'm proud that I've never tried one. I'm trying my best not to swear it. I'm quite passionate about it. You know, it's one of them trendy foods that I wonder, does anyone love that? I don't think they do. You know what I mean? It's one of them trendy foods.
I will give you that. It is a trendy food, and sometimes if you get the wrong type of avocado, you have to push through it. It's like it's not right. Something doesn't seem right on the palate. Well, hey man, as I said, I think the song is beautiful. It's called Two of Us. It is out right now, Louis. It was always a pleasure to chat to you, and thanks so much for your time, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Smallzy, thanks. You're always such a legend,
dude. Anytime, and then maybe next time I see you, we can try and break your avocado virginity, and just maybe you could cross over. Don't say no. We could break it, and then you'll be like, oh my god, I get it now. Or maybe you won't. I'm not sure.
Have you got any tattoos? Have you got any tattoos?
No, I've got not one single one. I know.
Okay, so we need to arrange some kind of forfeit. Where forfeit is I munch on some avocado, which sounds foul, and on the other end, I get to put a tattoo on your skin, maybe.
Oh my god! You know what? You can speak to my people, and I'll let my people speak to your people, and then we can organise something off outside of this. All right? My God, I hope you had. I hope you don't have a shaky hand. That's all I'm saying. Louis, thanks so much for your time, buddy. I appreciate it.
All right, thanks, mate. All right, have a good day or evening.
So it's evening here in Australia, bro. Evening here in Australia. Is he gone? Is he on? Gone. Okay, let's be square. Do not organise getting a tattoo at all. I will not be doing it. You'll be finding a new job if that ever happens. If anyone on this team ever surprises me, Smallzy, surprise tattoo, Louis doing it, you're all finding new jobs. You can go work at the late thingy-me-bobby at the other place, all right? Next, let's give away some cash.
Hello, how's it going?
All good, mate. Now, you're back with new music for 2019. How does it feel?
Feels good. This last week running up to release, it's always one where you're just eager to get the song out, to be honest, you know, and eager to see what the fans think of it. So I've kind of been in that process for a while, and I'm just super excited to have new music out now, definitely.
Now, Louis, you've done something very brave. This is a tribute to your mum after you lost her, and I just want to know, what would you like people to feel when they hear this? What would you like people to take from it?
That's a good question. I want people to feel hopeful when they listen to it, and you know, the sentiment is I think super universal. You know, everyone goes through their own pain at different times in their lives, you know, and their own grief, and I hope that this song, you know, just a one person or whoever can just give them a little bit of hope in that moment, really, I think.
Do you know what? That is such a beautiful sentiment, and I feel like so many people will take something from this. And well done for being so brave, helping others through your own pain. I think it's time to get it on. Please, would you introduce it for me?
I'm Louis.